everlasting dominion which shall not pass away, and his kingdom that which shall not be destroyed. Psalm 110. The Lord said unto my Lord, Sit thou at my right hand, until I make thine enemies thy footstool. The Lord shall send the rod of thy strength out of Zion. Rule thou in the midst of thine enemies. Thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power. In the beauties of holiness from the womb of the morning, thou hast the dew of thy youth. The Lord hath sworn, and will not repent. Thou art a priest forever after the order of Melchizedek. The Lord at thy right hand shall strike through kings in the day of his wrath. He shall judge among the heathen. He shall fill the places with the dead bodies. He shall rule the heads over many countries. He shall drink of the brook in the way. Therefore shall he lift up the head.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples to us younger brothers. And peace and blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect out there pushing his word and truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful elect, the believers, the listeners whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Alright, and what I want to get into today is dealing with a lesson going into rest with us. Okay, which this lesson is inspired, okay, by a few precepts out of the book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 1 at verse 6 through 8. And a few days ago, the brothers in Dallas went live, and I believe the brother Tazamat went into this word rest. Went into the Greek, dealing with this word rest, and 2 Thessalonians chapter 1 verse 7, and it's a heavy definition, and it gives us, a new perspective of what being in this truth is about. Because we're constantly, evolving in this truth. We're constantly elevating. We're constantly understanding more and more what we're a part of, as we have, this truth, this understanding. We're growing in this wisdom, but we still have to deal, with the day-to-day of this society, okay? And this wisdom provides a place of rest, and I want to get into it so we can get into that word, which is the foundation of this lesson. When you go into 2 Thessalonians 1 and 6, it says, Sin, it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you. Okay? And that's one of the biggest misconceptions when it comes to the Heavenly Father and His Son Yahweh Shai. Because whom this world called God and Jesus Christ, they don't associate them with being vengeful powers. Okay? They don't associate, the God and Jesus that they teach and preach in this world with being a power of vengeance, a power of settling scores in the planet Earth. Okay? But we know our power, is a God of war. He's a power of vengeance. You see? So that's one of the things that we can rest in, is that our power is, going to set things right in the earth. Because this devil has gone unchecked, okay, and he's gone unjudged for the wickedness he's done, the wickedness he's doing, and everything that he plans on doing. Okay, so that's one of the things that we can rest in, because when you think about it, who is able to judge this devil? He controls everything. All right, he controls what money is. He controls the militaries of the earth. Okay, He controls, you know, the energy grid. Like, he controls too much to be judged, for his judgment to come from in the earth. A higher power has to judge this man. Okay? And that's one of the things that we rest in, knowing that his judgment is coming from on high. We don't have to ponder and try to figure out a way to get judgment and vengeance, okay, on these devils, man. It's already written, okay? And we go here just to get a few precepts on it before we move on. This is the book of Ecclesiastes. All right, yep. Ecclesiastes chapter 5, verse 8. If thou seest the oppression of the poor and the violent perverting of judgment and justice in a province, and the earth is a province, you know, because the Heavenly Father is the King of Kings, okay, and the earth is one of his province that he governs, okay, because he governs all existence. And right now, you know, he's doing it through Yahweh Shai, okay, and Yahweh Shai is their righteous judge that's going to come and execute their righteous judgment in the province of earth, okay. So he said, and violent perverting of judgment and justice in a province, marvel not at the matter, for he that is higher than the highest regardeth, and they be higher than they. So the Most High is overseeing the wickedness being done in the earth. You know, this devil is not going undocumented, and he's not going to go unjudged. Okay, and we know it's just a matter of time, and we can rest in it. You know, because you have our people, you know, that have a zeal, you know, they want to see, you know, justice against this man, and they don't have the scriptures, and they are trying to find judgment within this system, and there's no rest. Okay, they trying to get, you know, certain laws changed and lawsuits, and, you know, they trying to, you know, put people in position within, you know, this political system, which is a scam. Okay, and it prevails to naught. Okay, because there's no true justice within this system. It's going to have to come, all right, from a higher power. Okay, and this is why we rest, knowing we don't expect, okay, any justice from this system. You know, because that plays a part in our people being in unrest, is because they expect this devil to do right. They expect Esau to judge himself in his own kingdom. Okay, with his own, all right, judicial system, they expect Esau to judge himself. And then they're constantly disappointed when he doesn't. Okay? We know. And see, this is why when things happen, all right, dealing with Jake, you know, how Jake tried to react, you know, to certain injustices. You see, the Lord has us in the spirit to where, hey, we don't react to these things that have our people in the uproar, okay? Because we know what it is, and we know ultimately this man is preserved for the Most High to judge him, man. You know, he's going to make, all right, these nations go to war with each other, and ultimately Yahweh Shai is going to come with the ultimate judgment, man. You know, he's even going to make Esau judge himself through war. Okay? And this is the rest. See, when we understand prophecy, prophecy is a comfort to our spirit. Okay? Let's go here. Let's get what's that in Nahum 1. Alright? This is Nahum 1 and 2. It said the Most High is jealous and the Lord revenges. The Lord revenges and is furious. The Lord will take vengeance on his adversaries, and he reserveth wrath for his enemies. Okay? So we know we serve a power of vengeance, man, a righteous vengeance. Okay? And that we know the wicked is reserved to the day of judgment. Okay? And it said the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Al Shai is slow to anger and great in power. Okay? We know our power. That's another thing we rest in, understanding that our power, okay, is not lacking with the ability to judge this devil. Okay? Esau is going to be light work. You see? And it says, and will not at all acquit the wicked. The Lord have his way in the whirlwind, and then the storm and the clouds are the dust of his feet. So you read this in the NLT, it says the Lord is slow to get angry, but his power is great, and he never lets the guilty go unpunished. Okay? He never let the guilty go unpunished, man. All right, matter of fact, let's get that real quick in the Apocrypha. Okay, this is Sirach 16, I want to say 11. Sirach 16:11. It says, and if there be one stiff neck, okay, if there be one stiff neck among the people, it is a marvel if he escape unpunished. For mercy and wrath are with him. He is mighty to forgive and mighty to pour out displeasure. Okay, so we know not one of these Edomites, okay, is going to go unpunished. Okay, that's something that we don't have to, wrestle with. Okay, as we see this devil, all right, has committed, all this wickedness, the things that he's doing real time, because it's vexing, man. It's a vexation that this devil is walking around freely. And not only is he walking around freely, he's accusing everyone else. So there's a vexation within itself, okay? But we rest in knowing that he's not going to go unscathed, okay? And everything that the devil is planning to set up, okay, this enterprise of this satanic new world order, this digital prison, that he's herding the masses into, is going to fail, okay? Even with these certain truthers and, these alternate news sites, these different analysts that's into these alternate news, okay? You can hear it in their voice sometimes. They be defeated, man. Because you're constantly finding out all this information, and then you find out that the elites are 2 or 3 steps ahead of, of what you thought you knew. Okay, and you can hear it in their voice. They be defeated. They try to go into the Bible, but it's not given to them to understand. Okay, so you can tell they're not at rest. They be angry, upset at times because they're watching this devil and they got all this information, but they don't have the rest of the scriptures, man, that comes from understanding the scriptures and the prophecy, man. Okay, so the understanding the prophecy is a place of comfort. All right, this is not a light thing. Okay, so going back to here, this is Nahum 1 and 3 in the NLT. Said the Lord is slow to get angry, okay, but his power is great, and he never lets the guilty go unpunished. He displays his power in the whirlwind and the storm. The billowing clouds are the dust beneath his feet. And he's going to showcase his power in those chariots, man, in those missiles. That's going to be the showcase of the Lord's power. And in those chariots, man, ultimately through Yahweh Shai and the angels. Okay? We're going to see what it means when Yahweh Shai said all power was given to him in heaven and earth. We're finna see what that means as the Lord goes forth, as Yahweh Shai goes forth in the earth, all right, as vengeance, man. You see? So when you go back to 2 Thessalonians 1 and 6, it says, seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you, and to you who are troubled, rest with us. And to you who are troubled, rest with us. Okay? And this is speaking of the tribes. Okay? Because even though this man, oppresses the whole earth, okay, he puts extra effort, okay, into making sure that the tribes are more troubled than anyone. Okay? And you look at our people, all their complaints, Well, the origin of their complaints goes back to their enemy being in power. Okay? And we've been subjugated, okay, to the authority of our enemy because of our disobedience. You know? And that's rest within itself. Understanding why we're in this condition. Okay? And you look at, you know, and the creator say what? A contrite, you know, and sorrowful spirit. You know, when we find out that, damn, we the cause. You see, we become broken, but then we begin to be repaired by this word. And eventually this word becomes our rest. You know, this is where we recover. You know, from the wounds of this society, the wounds of this captivity. Well, this word, this prophecy, you know, understanding prophecy, understanding this word, all right, having this wisdom, you know, being able to apply real time, well, it creates a haven of rest. Okay? Because there's no rest outside of Yahushua. You look at how our people live that's outside of Yahushua, and there's nothing but chaos, confusion. Okay? It's getting worse, you know, they're devolving. Okay? Disappointment after disappointment. Okay? But in Yahushua we can rest because the things that we believe are making more sense. You see? So the scriptures, when you go into it, as we teach this word, you know, and our people say that we hate our people, how? We're begging our people to rest with us. Okay? And we speak against the culture that our people glorify. We speak against, you know, the mindset and the rebellion of our people. Okay? And as we teach, we're teaching a better way. We're telling them stop celebrating pagan holidays. Stop eating food that has killed us for generations. Okay? Stop killing each other over nothing. Stop selling poison to each other. You see? Stop committing adultery. You know? So we're telling our people to leave off from death and come and rest with us until the Lord, all right, as we wait on the Lord to execute vengeance, man. Okay? Because the people that, all right, these Edomites, all right, the nation that has our people in self-destruct mode, we're telling our people, look, chill from that. And you don't even have to worry about getting active with the devil. The Lord gonna get active with him, man. You know, we're here to be cultivating righteousness as we were going into yesterday, man. Okay? Now, finishing off, it says, and to you who are troubled, rest with us when the Lord Yahushua shall be revealed from heaven with his mighty angels. Now, let's go to this word, rest, in the Greek.
Strong's G 425. Onesis.
Okay, in the Greek, and it says a loosening, a relaxing, spoken of a more tolerable condition in captivity, to be held in less vigorous confinement, relief, rest from persecutions, man. Okay, it says a loosening, a relaxing, spoken of a more tolerable condition in captivity, to be held in less vigorous confinement. Okay, because as we come into this truth, okay, and we grow and we mature and we become skillful in this wisdom and applying it, okay, it creates a more more tolerable condition in this captivity. Okay, let's think about it. Our people, we are already in captivity, you know, because we all are subjugated to this captivity until Yahushua, you know, turns this captivity. Okay? But within captivity, as we learn this wisdom and apply it, it makes it more tolerable, man. Because we're already in the captivity, but then our people are in the captivity with the works died. Okay? Our people are in the captivity, but they terrorize themselves with gang culture, street culture, drill culture. Okay? We're already in captivity, but women in this feminist mindset, they go through life destroying their value and making their situation chaotic. Okay? So it's like our people put a double captivity on themselves through rebellion against Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. Because see, when you are in rebellion against Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, not only is Esau against you, but the Lord is against you. So nothing is, you're making your captivity more rigorous. Okay, through poor decision making. And poor decision making comes from what? Lack of wisdom. Okay? But as we have turned back to our power, we find favor in captivity. Okay? And it's not just in the form of, we get financial, the Lord look out. But nah, man, it's a mindset. It's rest being separated. Because you look at the things the Lord separated us from, it's a rest. Okay? Most of our families is nothing but a ball of chaos and dysfunction. Because you look at black culture, is nothing but division and arguments. The Lord separated us from that, man. He separated us from their poor eating habits. He separated us from chasing women, okay, that bring nothing but chaos. He separated you women from, being out here destroying yourself, man. Traumatizing yourself. Okay? Now you can be at rest and see, being in our purpose in Yahushua, that's the most confident thing. There's nothing more confident than knowing that the Lord is pleased with what we're doing. And he constantly showed these things. You see, there's nothing more confident than the validation that comes from Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, than we're doing the things that's pleasing him. And we can be at rest with that. That's why we don't care about the approval of the world. We don't care about, being hated. They say GMS the most hated group. We don't give a damn. Because Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua constantly shows that he's pleased with what we're doing. And we can rest in it. We're watching these prophecies happen. We can rest in these prophecies being fulfilled. You see? We ain't out here, just killing ourselves trying to get the bag. Do what you got to do, You get your daily bread. But even the spirit of being content, that's a spirit of rest. Because this is a society that teaches you to never be satisfied with material things. Okay? Everybody's in competition with one another, especially amongst Jake, man. It's a rest not to be in that rat race or be in the competition with niggas. Okay? Jake having, money competitions. And, Jake, use adultery as a trophy. Okay? But it's rest not being attached, to that madness, man. You see? So going back into the definition, it says a loosening, a relaxing, spoken of a more tolerable condition in captivity to be held in a less vigorous confinement, man. Because, as I say, we're all subjugated, to this captivity under Esau. But the Lord has loosened the shackles, man, with his wisdom. And we're not as subjugated to the curses as Jake. We're under the curses. Okay? And there's certain things that just ain't gonna go our way in this society. Even the spirit to understand that, look, we just gotta eat that. Turn the other cheek. Okay? We're going through society, trying to get your lick back for every little thing. That puts anxiety on you, man. Okay? Because this society, especially as an Israelite man, okay, you got all odds stacked against you, man, and trying to live up to what they say a good husband is in this society, what they say is a good father is in this society, okay, will run you crazy, man. Okay? Because everyone has all these expectations but then there's no appreciation. You see? But as we have, as men, as we've come back into Yahushua, nah, man, we pleasing Yahushua, because guess what? Yahushua shows appreciation, man. You know? So our focus is pleasing Yahushua. Okay? We handle our responsibilities. Okay? But guess what? We don't even, you get to a point to where you're not even tripping on appreciation from this world like that. Eliyahu Wamba, he did the lesson, you know, how a prophet, you know, is not accepted of his own, you know, because guess what? We don't need the you know, the love of this world, you know, because there was times when, you know, look at the majority of our people, and we was in it too, to where we live, you know, to be validated, you know, by niggas, the nigga woman. Okay, to be validated by the culture. We live for that, man. Okay, and we feel some type of way when we didn't get it. But now we don't care about that. You see, we don't live for that, man. We live for Yahushua. Okay, so a nigga validation, a nigga woman validation doesn't even register anymore. That's not even a thought anymore, man. Okay, and there's rest. Okay, because this society, it constantly moves the goalposts. You know? It'll never be good enough for this society, man. But we're not trying to be, all right, approved by this society, man. And now we at rest. Because Yahushua is approving us, man. And when, as these prophecies continue to happen, he's going to vindicate us, man. Okay? You go from there and see Jake, our people, they forgotten their resting place. All right, you go to Isaiah chapter 30. It's Isaiah 30 and 15. It said, "For thus saith the Lord power, the Holy One of Israel, in returning and in rest shall ye be saved. In quietness and in confidence shall be your strength, and ye will not." And most of our people, you know, they look at what we're doing as insignificant, you know, because the Lord didn't put the spirit on them to believe. Okay? You see, the only way we can come into this rest is we believe what's written, because this is what puts our spirit at rest. Okay? But hearing this word not mixed with faith, it doesn't create rest. Okay? As the scriptures say, and we'll go back and touch on that point. I think that's Hebrews chapter 4. Hebrews chapter 4. Okay, in verse 2, it says, "For unto us was the gospel preached as well as unto them. But the word preached did not profit them, being, all right, not being mixed with faith in them that heard it." Okay? So what puts our spirit at rest is the faith, because we believe these things, man. As a man, we not tripping on not having women that we want, or women not being attracted to us, man. We're not tripping on that, because we know what Yahushua coming with. Okay? We're not running ourselves to the ground trying to enterprise on this side and have all these different business ventures and get the bag and get to certain status, because we know Yahushua coming back with everything. Okay? So we don't feel, because this society have you feel some type of way if you don't have a certain type of woman, a certain type of car, you don't make a certain amount a year, you know. And it's Israelite men that's depressed behind that, man. They have anxiety behind it. Spend their awakening hours trying to reach the standards of this society. Okay, but as we understand, Yahushua coming back with everything, man. This shit don't matter. Brothers with no women, like Elder Apostle Gabar say, gonna have acres of women. Okay? Gonna have acres of women with a whole nother level of beauty. You see, that this world hasn't even seen. So as we believe these things, you know, wholeheartedly and fully persuaded, this gives our mind rest. You know? Serving Yahushua gives us rest. Okay, so this believing this word and having faith in this word, you know, it just creates a haven of rest, man, an atmosphere of rest. You see? So reading it again, it's Hebrews 4:2. It says, "For unto us was the gospel preached as well as unto them, but the word preached did not profit them, not being mixed with faith in them that heard them." You know? So as we heard this word, the Lord allowed us to hear it mixed with faith. And then that's what activated us to start to go into this rest, man. Okay? You got people out here, trying to prep their way. And that's another thing. People that's in the know, and they're carnally trying to prepare. They're never at rest because there's always something new that they got to try to prep for. Okay? But you're going to get into that. Let me go back to here first. All right? Go back to Isaiah, and we touch on that in Proverbs. Isaiah 30 and 15 again. As it reads, "For thus saith the Lord power, the Holy One of Israel, in returning and rest shall ye be saved, in quietness and in confidence shall be your strength, and ye will not." Yeah, because as we return back to our power, he returns unto us. You see, the Lord starts dealing. Okay? So we can rest in that a higher power has favor, We have the favor of a higher power, And when we begin to operate from that perspective, nothing is impossible, man. You see? We can rest. We don't care about Esau and, his CIA and, he got certain, agents in the camps and all. We don't have to try to carnally figure these things out. We move in wisdom. Okay? Esau, he got his AI and, the super soldiers and all these things. Okay? We don't have to try to carnally figure that out. Okay? We just, return to our power. It's already figured out. You see? You don't have to wonder how this is going to turn out. We know how it's going to turn out. You see? Where that comes from, us returning to our power, we can be at ease. Our spirit can be at ease. Okay? If we watch this devil, and we move with wisdom, wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove. Okay? but all the, getting into, the details of the how, the when, it's already figured out. Okay? And it says in quietness and in confidence. Yeah, in quiet and in confidence, man. We don't have to go protest when, they go shoot a Jake down in the street. Okay? We don't have to be out here riding. Okay? We don't have to be out here going on these rants and, having, t-shirts with these, these niggas is getting blasted down, women getting blasted down. Okay? So-called injustice of Jake. You see? Nah, man. We're just growing, We're just being cultivated in righteousness and watching the movie play out. Okay? And quiet in the confidence, man. We don't have to be extra. Okay? We don't have to cause a scene. We don't have to do CNN interviews and we don't have to do none of that, man. In quietness and in confidence, because we know what it's finna be. The Lord finna showcase power. Ain't no doubt about it. The Lord finna judge everybody from the elite bankers, okay, to the straight niggas and nigga women walking around the neighborhood. Everybody's finna be judged, man. Okay? That's why I say we don't have to go back and forth with these people to get petty victories and man. In quiet and confidence. Okay? We in quietness and in confidence because our spirits at rest because we know. Ain't no doubt about it. You see? So going from there, because Jake, what the scriptures say, have forgotten, their resting place, you know, and we have forgotten our resting place, you know, but we've been brought back in, you know. It's Isaiah 50, that's Jeremiah 50:6, and says, "My people have been lost sheep. Their shepherds have caused them to go astray. They have turned them away on the mountains. They have gone from mountain to hill. They have forgotten their resting place." Okay? And we was in, you know, in that mindset to where we have forgotten our resting place. Okay? We was groping during the noonday, as the scriptures say. You know? We had was into Christianity. Jake went into, you know, Jake started going into Islam. You know, Jake on the East Coast. Okay, Jake started going to the Moorish side, losing. Okay, everything outside your house shot. Okay, resulted in the L. All right, and our people, they didn't build anything. You know, all these philosophies that our people delved into and tried to make it their resting place, and our people only got worse. There never was a reverse, you know, to the enchantments, okay, of Esau Edom. You see? But as we come into Yahushua, now you see a reversal of the enchantments. Okay? Men that used to glorify street culture and nigger culture now despise it. Okay? A few women, okay, that used to, you know, boast in feminism, all right, are beginning to despise it. You see? The mental shackles, all right, have been loosened. Okay? And as we operate in Yahushua, according to the order that we were supposed to be in, there's a rest. Okay? And this is why even, you know, teaching His word, this is therapy. You know, listening to this word, teaching His word, this is therapy. You know? This is rest for the spirit. There's no, you know, higher form than rest, like I say, than being pleasing to our power. Okay? As the Heavenly Father, you know, He told Yahushua, this is my beloved Son, whom I'm well pleased, that He spoke of Yahushua. Okay? And this is what we're fighting for. That's the ultimate validation that we're fighting for. And the Lord gives us tokens that He's well pleased. He shows us things, man. You know? Throughout the day, you know, the Heavenly Father, you know, through Yahushua is constantly talking, man. You know, letting us know, look, keep going. You know? I'm pleased with what you're doing, keep going. All right? And that's the rest. You see? As the scriptures say in that same chapter, what's that? Hebrews 4. All right, this is Hebrews 4 and 11. All right, it says, "Let us labor therefore to enter into their rest, lest any man fall after the same example of unbelief." So it's a labor, you know, as we put these bodies to labor, but our spirit is being put at rest, you know, because we're sacrificing these bodies to serving the Lord, and it puts our spirit at rest. Okay? We're not, you know, terrified when we hear about the famine and the collapse of the dollar, because our spirit is at rest, man, because we're laboring, you know, in righteousness, man. You see? So as we labor in righteousness, it puts our spirit at rest to enter into that ultimate rest, man, which is the kingdom. You know, because that's another thing. Like, we have a eternal retirement as the prophets, man. You see, we're going to be at ease in the kingdom forever. You know, now we're going to have duties and responsibilities but we're going to have more than enough resources, okay, more than enough energy and time, all right, to fulfill our duties, man. Okay, it's not going to be a thing of stress, you know, to fulfill our duties in the kingdom, you know, you brothers, you know, and you sisters, man. We're going to have more than enough resources, more than enough wisdom, and more than enough time, more than enough power, okay, more than enough energy, man, okay. So we're laboring to enter into this rest. Okay? So, let's see. 414. See what the brother's got. This is the brother Dhammawatia. Alright, Shalom to all you Akim, Agwatium tuning in. Alright, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 116, verse 7. Alright, and it reads, "Return unto thy rest, O my soul, for the Lord have dealt bountifully with thee." You know, and our spirits have returned unto Yahweh Bashem Al-Shai. Our minds have returned unto the Lord. Okay? And I say, and it's an atmosphere of rest. Okay? We don't have to, you know, figure out, you know, how to be, okay, to be tactical like special forces to deal with what's to come. Okay? Nah, man, because everybody that's preparing for this thing carnally, they're going to lose in a major way. There's no carnal way to prepare for what the Lord is bringing. Okay? But we rest in the promises that the Lord said we was going to be good in these times. Okay? We don't have to have, you know, 10,000 rounds of ammunition and storehouses of, you know, canned goods. Okay? Nah, we don't hang our hat on those things. There's no rest in that, man. Because there's so many other things that the Lord is bringing that these people, because the judgment of the Lord, you people don't know what to prepare for. Okay, there's things that's going to happen that's not written. Okay, the Lord finna open up in the earth. Okay, so that carnal mindset, all right, that the masses have, that's, you know, with those that so-called in the know in these prepping communities, nah, that's not going to work. You see? So when you go to, what's that in the book of Proverbs chapter 10, all right, Proverbs 10 and 2, okay, it says, "Treasures of wickedness profit nothing, but righteousness delivered from death." Okay? So treasures of the wickedness, and you go to the word treasure, okay, which is ayatazar in the Hebrew, okay, no, atazar, so like your atazar in the Hebrew, which is treasure, storehouse of gold, silver, all right, store supplies of food or drink, okay, treasury or magazine of weapons, all right, storing up those things, all right, are going to mean nothing. They're not going to profit anything, man. You know, but as we labor in righteousness, you see, those labors are going to account, okay, for mercy in those times, for provisions in those times. Okay? You know, these labors in righteousness is qualifying us for spiritual powers in these times to come. And we do all these things through faith. You know, and the more we labor in this thing, the more we're at rest. Okay? The more we really separate from this world our spirits are at rest, you know, because this world is a tug of war. And that's why, you know, the less we have to deal with it, the more our spirit is at rest, you know. And the trade-off, you know, cutting back on lifestyle to not have to deal with the world as much, the trade-off is well worth it, man, because there's a peace, a rest in Yahweh Shai that this world doesn't give, you know. Because dealing in this world is nothing but you always trying to figure out the scam. You're always trying to figure out who's trying to get over. Okay, even just to drive in traffic, you know, it's a war in traffic. Everything is a damn war, and we got to deal, you know, as much as possible. We got to deal, you know, everybody according to, you know, their lot. You know, some more than others. We all got to deal in this society, you know. For me personally, I'm always looking for ways to cut back, man, and tap in more to Yahweh Shai. You know, because that's true rest, that's true peace. Okay? But the things of this world, the things that people are scrambling to get, and they at war, you know, over the bag, they at war over clout and status, and, you know, there's people that spend their life trying to go viral. Like, that's their whole goal every day. And every day they don't get it, you know, they feel depressed. Okay? You know, that's why you have, you know, women, their whole goal is to be viral and be a baddie. All right? To the point to where they'll spend every dime to get their body altered to try to, you know, fulfill their lot. Okay? It's just complete chaos, madness, and vanity, man. Okay? So, going back here, verse 3, it says, the Lord will not suffer the soul of the righteous to famish, and he casteth away the substance of the wicked, man. So everything that these people have built up is finna fail. Okay? We're finna see major failure in the earth, man. Okay? We're finna see major ills be handed out in the planet Earth, man. You see? But there's a victory for the elect, and we rest in that, and we're content. Okay, with being an outcast. Okay, we're content with that. We don't have to, you know, I say get the praise and the glory and the love of this world. We're not even looking for that anymore. We're focused on pleasing Yahweh Shai. Okay? And Yahweh Shai is going to show the world that he loved the elect. Okay? The elect had the biggest payoff ever, man. Okay? Hey, we're in the process of the biggest come up ever. And we can rest in that. We don't have to feel like we missed a business opportunity. You know, if we just did that, we invested in Yahweh Shai. This the one we can't miss. You know, we might have missed Bitcoin and, you know, other things that, you know, we might have missed particular things in this world. But the one thing we can't miss is this investment in Yahweh Shai, man. You know? So, that's the point. You know, I think the point been made. Just wanted to bring that out. You know, when the brothers brought their word out, like, man, that's heavy. You know, just give a new perspective in this captivity. So even though we in captivity, you know, hey, we found the resting place in Yahweh Shai. You know, that makes this captivity, you know, more bearable. Okay? So Lord will, you brothers and you sisters will edify once again and give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great example to his younger brothers. And peace and blessings, salutations to the whole elect. Shalom.